वेलकम टू अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ आवर पॉडकास्ट बातों बातों में, जहाँ पे हम लोग बात करते हैं इंडियंस लिविंग इन क्रैको. एंड टुडे it's very interesting episode if you are a fan of cricket, because today joining us Vineetha and Bala from Cricket Academy in Krakow, that you can also be a part of it. Welcome Vineetha, welcome Bala, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you so much.
So please Vineetha, starting with you, let us know a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, as you already mentioned my name is Vineetha. I came to Poland almost 10 years ago. I was working in an IT company. Then I switched my job and I happened to meet Bala. So we used to work in one of the organizations here, which was a UK-based consulting firm. And we started exchanging ideas and we started talking about what we want to do in life and how we want to see things growing in Poland, etc., etc. And by God's grace or by fate or whatever it is, our ideas were always, and the values and ideas were always matching, aligning. And we decided to, one is that we decided to start our own IT firm, which I was mentioning about, that's TSG, the Sculptors Group. So he's the founder of TSG and I'm doing the Group CEO role there. And the main topic, cricket, that's basically, it was a dream, started from his side that he was very passionate about cricket, and then we talked about it, and of course his son was very much passionate about cricket. My daughter was very much interested in. We didn't have any place here where we could send them for cricket. Yeah. So all the credit goes to him that he took the flight to UK every single weekend to get certified by the English Cricket Board as a core coach, and he got a certification and he started with both the kids, and then it became like an academy. So he'll tell more about the academy itself.
Bala, she speak a lot about you, so let's start with you. How about like when you came to Poland?
Yeah, so I landed in Poland back in 2019. This was the time I was living in London back then. So I came here to start an entity for my consulting firm, which is originally from UK. The view was to go back in 6 months, but fate, science, whatever, resulted me staying in here in this beautiful place. This is a wonderful place, especially the Krakow city. Like, I love it to the core. I come from a very native place from India called Tanjavur. It's a small town. This place completely resonated with me, how a Tanjavur would look like in Europe, actually. Be it culturally rich buildings, architectures, or the how small the city is or the town is. It's amazing. So I felt it very good and continued there. I'm still living here. Yeah.
Perfect. So Vineetha, how was your experience? Because I see you were living in different cities in Poland. So what was your experience with Krakow and other cities?
The honest answer is I still love Wrocław. In a more of a city-wise, I love Wrocław, but connected to Krakow, I would say, very much connected to Krakow, because it kind of have a very different positivity that whatever you want to do, it feels like everything is happening as you want to do in Krakow, because you have everything around here and it's very positive here. So yeah, it's good. It's good being here.
Perfect. So is there any, like normally when we move to different countries, we have, because it's a European country, so they are using different language. So do you had any difficulty with the language itself, or it was very easy for you because you guys was maybe working with English-speaking people?
I picked up the languages in 3 days, actually. I'm joking.
I was surprised.
The one person I've never seen picking up any language is him.
I'm very bad at languages, so I never had that problem. I had to pick up a language. I lived in Germany and Swiss before. for a bit of time, but never picked up the local languages there.
Okay.
And when I arrived here, I heard Polish is much more difficult than German. So
didn't even try.
He decided no.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm coping up with all the sign languages. But as you know, here most people speak English.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, one of the advantage of moving from Wrocław to Krakow was that because this was more international here back in Krakow. In Wrocław, it's more of, yes, people do speak English, but it's a bit more difficult than in Krakow. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree because people are more outgoing and they are not like that much shy speaking English. So that I agree. So Bala, let us know about your certification that you got for the Cricket Academy.
Yeah. So there's a bit of a backstory to it. So my son used to get coached and play in London for cricket. When we landed here, I tried to find academies where he can go to, but couldn't find any. And we ended up putting him in a tennis, and he absolutely hated it. And he was pushing hard either to go back to London. So at that time, my job situation was not in a situation to go back to London. But thought, okay, it's a great opportunity because as a parent, you can earn, you can save a lot for the next generation. But if you work for their dream, what better, right?
Yeah.
So I decided to become a coach myself. Which was a crazy dream back then, actually, because I didn't know anything about coaching itself. Because, of course, I work in an IT industry, so it's very, very different. So I applied, and I got a response that I'm in a 3 years wait to the program. And then I thought, okay, so the dream is smashed right there, because 3 years he would grow by then, right? But that's where, right, I believe in a lot of this signs and God factor here coming in. Within a 3 weeks' time, I received another information from them that somebody withdrew from a program and they're happy to give me that spot. So then I immediately took it and I rushed all my theory exams to get into that. And then came as the next surprise that I have to travel 8 weekends to London to complete this program because these are all practical sessions. So again, decided to take up the challenge and I was there. And the surprise didn't stop there, continued further. When I landed there at the very first session, except me, most people are living with cricket in the sense that they are already ex-coaches or already coaching somewhere or they are playing at a decent level, where I came in fresh.
Yeah.
And 2-3 sessions, I decided that, okay, it's not going to work for me because it's so embarrassing to be very honest, like because it's a completely different network and also there's a cultural difference as well because most people in my group are English. So the turning point is, so I was very dejected and I was almost in a state that, okay, it's better not to continue because there's another 7 weekends where I had to do the flights, hotels and everything. That's where my coach, the coach of coaches, the person who is responsible for training the coaches, came in and had a conversation with me. He asked me, what's the problem? Why you're not connected? Why you're not into this actually? I said it's completely an alien thing for me. And I couldn't connect with people. I couldn't connect with this. And he asked me and said I wanted to do this for my son, but then it's getting really, really hard. And he said, that's exactly the problem. And when I further into the conversation, I think he made a very, very important statement of my life. He said, as long as you do this for your son, then you're going to have a pressure and it's a very selfish motive. Now, take a step back and think about it. In Poland, you don't have a professional cricket for grassroots, for kids to come in or women to come in, right? That's a big space there. Now, if you learn this properly, this could be a legacy what you leave behind at the end of your life. And that particular statement changed my whole narrative. I thought, okay, forget about the results, like in Dhoni style. It's what's efforts is matter. So try my best and see what happens. And gladly, thank God, by end of the 8 sessions, they do an evaluation, and then I cleared my evaluation, and then I became a professional coach. I'm an ECB core coach.
Okay, so how this training look like in the movies that they show in the morning, you have to wake up, run, and so on. Is it like that hard?
Well, in the sense that initially I thought it's all about cricket, right? But 80% of them is all about safety. So they give so much importance about safety, which when I started the academy, I found the true benefit of it. because you're playing with a 156 grams ball, right? And it's a leather ball. And someone throwing at a ball with a 22-yard distance, it's almost like a car hitting you, right?
Yeah.
And you have 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds playing, and you have women playing, right? So safety has to be the paramount important thing. And for how do you coach, the drills is all fancy stuff. You go to YouTube, you can get 1,000 drills, you can get 2,000 drills. But considering the safety is the first thing. The second part is like how to engage, right? Because in schools, you've been told what to do, right?
Yeah.
But here, you need to sculpt the people from within, right? Every human being has a talent inside them. How do you shape that talent to bring it to cricket?
Yeah.
That's the second thing. Third thing is, as a coach, you got to inspire, right? They got to love you first. And that's the most important thing. If you don't inspire them, if they don't love you, you will be a textbook. And which is not great for the sports. Because if you look at it, a kid coming into, let's say, 5 years into cricket, right? They get lots of distraction, right? YouTube, studies. Studies is not a distraction.
Nowadays it is, because you have most of them online.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a big distraction, I feel, in
different
some of the different type of studies.
Yeah. And different sports as well, for
Different
that
sports.
matter.
There's so lots of distraction. And they move into teen, girls, boys, everything. So all sorts of distraction, right? But imagine a human being has to maintain the passion from that young age to 20s plus to become an international cricketer or to become to represent at a professional level, right? That is sustainability. And that sustainability can be achieved only by inspiration. And they got to absolutely love you. And that's what I'm trying to do now. So that's the biggest part of my learning there. And that engagement and inspiration and the love you create is the most important part.
And you're quite succeeding in that, to be honest, because
So. When
really, because I can see that in my daughter, as I was mentioning before, when he started, it was only both of them. So she was not someone who was into cricket like his son was, but the way he kind of instilled that passion in her, I think that's what actually made her to come this far. So definitely that credit goes to you, and I'm pretty sure all the kids in the academy have that passion.
No, actually, I got inspired. Just you just speaking with me, I'm feeling like I have to go to join this class and see how it works. No, but I think normally people just take a step back just because they cannot do it regularly. So for that, do you make some initiative for them, or how it works?
Absolutely. So if you look at it, right, like there are two big constraints in Poland when it comes to cricket or any foreign sport where the game is not original in Poland, right? Number one, the facility and infrastructure. Because back in India, the cricket sessions are daily for people. So people come out of the school, they go into a cricket session. Here, we don't have the facility for that. The second challenge is the time, because you have, in India, it's like almost 365 days you can play cricket. Here, winter is restricted. But last 18 months in our journey, I think step by step, we kicked every barrier that came on our way. Initially, we started sessions like once in 2 weeks. And then we moved to once in a week. And now we are 3 days in a week. And from May onwards, we're doing every day in a week. So, and again, part of this is like we kicked all the barriers on the infrastructure. Like, for example, in winter, we have a closed balloon. And when you move into spring and autumn, that's where difficult. People take off the balloon. And what you will see amazing from the players, right? Even if you don't want to have the session, they are all pushed to have the session. And we managed to kick off these infrastructure barriers, but still a big barrier that was ahead of us was the time, what the kids can allocate or what the adults can allocate. I think that's where the passion thing comes in, right? Once the passion inside them, you make time for it, right? As long as cricket is a checkbox, or you find all the excuse that, okay, do I need to do this? But if it becomes a passion, if it's inside you, then you will make the time.
And we have stories like last year we had situations like we were so much worried about the rain and the snow and everything which came off the season. But I still remember the kids actually played in -5 degrees I think -5 or -2 degrees outside. They really wanted to go play. So they really forced us that we want to have the sessions, and we kind of arranged the sessions for the kids. And then they came in like that cold and rain and all of it. And there are cases where kids cancel their summer vacations. They had plans to
Yes.
go abroad. They had plans to go for vacations. They literally asked the parents to cancel the summer holidays so that they can come for the practice. So that much interested and passionate the kids are now, which we never expected that, within such short span of time, the kids will be so much passionate about the game. So it was very inspiring to see when I say kids, we are talking about 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old kids. So it was really, really inspiring for us too. That, oh my God, we just didn't expect that kids will be so passionate about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think mostly when kids likes to play something,
Yeah,
they go over and over
Yeah.
again to the same thing.
Yeah.
But mostly here is a problem, as you said, like winter.
Yeah.
And winter is quite long and it's terrible.
Sometimes it's unexpected too. The changes in weather is very unexpected too, especially in October.
Even though in March
time,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
weird weather.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
one day is like sun and second day is like
Yeah,
raining.
yeah.
So I want to ask this because you guys talk a lot about kids. So this cricket academy, it's only for kids or it's for all genders?
It's for all
age.
genders. In fact, the current academy population is like 70% adults. There's men and women. And women, we literally started a month back. You're welcome. and then 30% kids currently. That's one of the key things what I want to mention here. In this whole journey, kids frontline the whole thing for them because they inspire us. But there are two supporting pillars for us in this whole journey. One is the parents, because when the kids want to cancel off some vacation, their parents have to be willing to that, right? That's one part. But the second biggest part is our adults team. They are fantastic. Like when there is a junior tournaments, they always came in and helped out the kids. Plus also, when they are playing, when I'm coaching them, actually, they give 100% commitment. So we have quite a big adults team in Krakow and also in Warsaw. And the commit from them is amazing. Because they are committed and because they are showing that fire and energy in the field, it's inspiring the juniors.
Yeah,
So they play a very, very important role. As I mentioned, we just started off the women thing, and we welcome like women who are passionate about not just cricket, any sport. We want to create a very family-like culture in the academy because, as I said, right, sustainability is important. And why women adults team is so important, right? Because they inspire the young girls. For example, her daughter is now like 11. Now, she should not see cricket as a men game. Actually, it is not. So if you look at some of the games in the women cricket, right, international level or at the what they call WPL level, right, it's no different to a men game. It's as interesting as a men game, right? And there's no real discrimination required there. So we require you people to come and inspire the
other
and women's cricket is very popular now as well. And the good part of the girls out here or the women out here is the opportunities are kind of endless in Poland because we are we are the only academy who has the women coaching center. We just started, and I'm pretty sure that even though they have a lot of talent, if they live in India or any other Commonwealth countries where the cricket is popular, the queue for them to be part of a team is really
you have to wait.
You have to do a lot of you need to have a lot of experience in playing, etc. But here some of our players are very fresh and new into cricket, but the way they picked up the game is like it was very, very fast, and we never imagined that, oh my God, it's such a progress in very short time. Of course they are passionate about the game, they know that this is cricket, but the kind of talent they are showcasing in the ground is really amazing. Really amazing. And that's one of the things that any women who is interested in sports or cricket in Poland now, this is one of the opportunities for them to, it's an easy opportunity for them to be part of the team and learn, because there is a dedicated focus given to women's team, and be it kids team or women's team or men's team, there is a dedicated focus.
So we don't mix the
Yeah,
focus.
we don't mix.
We have
Yeah.
a dedicated focus.
There is a mixed session as well where everybody can be part of and exchange their sessions and trainings, etc. But there is a dedicated slot for each groups. So I would say one of the biggest opportunities for women, especially women out here, that those who feel that, oh, I missed out something back in my times or
Yeah.
back in the times, definitely this is one of the great opportunities.
Yeah, I agree actually. When I was studying in my high school, I choose medical because, it's like a doctor thing
Yeah.
or engineer thing, no? So I choose because I want to be a doctor. But then later I was missed out with this sports thing so much.
Yeah.
And I think till now I'm regretting that I didn't do it in my young age.
Yeah.
Just because of study, I was not able to play.
Yeah.
And my brother actually, he played and now he's like I think international athlete in Australia.
Oh, nice.
So he's doing it, but he followed his passion and I didn't. And I feel like I am just lacking something in my life. So I totally agree with your words.
Yeah.
So it's sometime it happened. We thank you so much for sharing this. Can I know the academy name?
Right. So we are PCAP, Professional Cricket Academy of Poland, and
That's the academy name.
That's academy name. Okay. So is there any specific age limit? Because you said like there are different type of groups.
Yeah.
Is there specific age limit for a different group or no?
we start with 5+, and the good part is as soon as they cross 6, we introduce them into the professional cricket ball, which is the hardball cricket, and we take a huge pride in it because in comparison with the neighboring countries who introduced the leather ball very late in the age group, we start with that from 6 years old onwards because we want cricket not to be looked as an entertainment, but cricket to be looked as a career and profession. And that's the key change which we want to bring in as a mindset change we want to bring in to the players and also to the parents, right? Because right now, when it's not professional to a level that the players are getting paid, right? But if the players don't get paid, it will still be a hobby for them.
So this is like a career, not like a hobby.
Exactly,
Like there are such clubs that they are using cricket as a hobby because they in India cricket, but they don't have any place to play. So that's why they created some clubs here.
So club, if I may take that one. So club is different than an academy. So we are a professional academy, not a club. So clubs, of course, people go for playing, for hobbies, and they go for tournaments, and they play each other, they play matches, but that stay as clubs. But we are building the team, we are building the generations, and we want them to be professional cricketers.
That said, like I will give a huge credit to the clubs as well, because when like 15-20 years back, when there was no space or equipments to play cricket, these clubs played a very important role to bring cricket to Poland. And that kind of respect, and they pioneered cricket here actually, and they played both leather ball cricket and tennis ball cricket, every form of cricket. For me, how I look at it is, right, every ball bowled, every hit done by a bat is a contribution to the game, and there is one way or the other, there is a big contribution to the game. There's a couple of clubs who started at the very beginning, like one is from WCC from Warsaw, and here in Krakow it's KCC. So they played a very important role in the respective regions to bring in cricket there actually.
Yeah, I also heard there is controversy around the clubs. What is this about?
See, like I think I wouldn't call this a controversy. It's more about everyone has a common goal. They want to come and enjoy cricket, right? Yeah. But then, unfortunately, human beings are built with different various things, right? But the good thing is now we are closing down every single barrier, every single controversy, because we have an amazing future for the next generation of cricket. For example, KCC and PCAP, we work very closely together and towards growing the Malopolsky region. if I'm pronouncing the name correctly.
Małopolski.
Okay. Region, yes, I did tell you, I'm not good in language.
No, you are actually.
So that kind of united front helps the region. And also, we welcome every other club, like we have other club called CCC here, BSK, every other club to be part of this whole engagement. And we want this to be an enjoyable, a good community, because a good, enjoyable community is going to create a great atmosphere for the next generation to
Yeah,
come
I
and
agree.
enjoy it.
And normally, when we buy stuff from India, such as bats and balls and so on, so how is your maybe experience with this?
Sure. So it is not good. That's the honest answer, because we don't have a proper cricket shop in Poland.
Yeah.
When we buy things from India or buy things from, there is a shop called, there's a shop in Italy. When we buy things, if you process it via your organization, not as a personal purchase by our organization, then it attracts a 23% VAT on top of it.
Yeah.
So things get very expensive, right? And until now, we don't have a support from ICC or the government. So the expenses are bared by the players, right? So hence why it's a painful experience. And that's why we are really looking forward to have our own shop here in Poland. Currently, we are discussing with various clubs and also PCAP ourselves to bring in a shop within Poland, so that we can make it more affordable to the upcoming players. And if you look at the current distribution, there's a lot of Indian players and then players from Commonwealth. But we haven't got much the local players. There is a club called Hussas in Warsaw, which is primarily found by Polish local people. But still, like, there is not enough number of clubs where there is a lot of local population involved. For them to be involved, equipments has to be made affordable. Equipments has to be made easily available as well. So that is a pain we are going through now. I hope we're going to have a solution soon.
So, but you bought stuff from Italy, and those, is there any difference between quality that you experience in India and here?
Well, the quality-wise, right? Like they all sell the brands. For example, Granicals or the brands what we choose from, right? But when you consider the value of the money because of the extra tax or the delivery you pay, that's where you really question the value.
It's not the quality, it's about the price you pay for the same thing back in
Yeah.
India and back in here. So that's the difference.
Yeah, I agree with this because I tried to shop something and I found some lehenga online for like buying from here. It cost me around like 600 zloty, and the same lehenga cost me in India like 150. So it hurts to spend that much money. So I understand that. Normally, like place like Poland, it's famous for football and India is famous for cricket. So professionally, what is your opinion on that?
Yeah. So yes, in Poland, especially with locals, cricket is not famous, or probably they don't know even about cricket, right? But I'll take an analogy here, right? 2 years back, nobody understood what's AI. Now everybody, instead of searching in Google, most people search in Copilot or ChatGPT, right? So the world will evolve. That doesn't mean that Poland has to abandon football to take cricket. Absolutely not. I think it's in the hands of all of us here, different clubs, and PCAP is the only academy now, but we welcome more academies to come in. It's all for a job to inspire more people to this beautiful game. And there is no harm in two big games coexisting in a nation. It's even good, right? Because sports makes people better, right? And one of the important value what we give to the kids or to even to the adults as a PCAP, as a value system, right? Yes, cricket is important. Most important thing is like, how do you stay honest in the game? The value system is extremely important. And for me as a coach, the most important thing is being a good human. Then comes cricket. Because when you stay as a good human, everything will fall in place. And sports is the best way to teach that, because it will ground you. Because any sports person, be it cricket, like you can't hit centuries every match. You're going to have ups and downs. Now, how do you handle those kind of losses? How do you stay grounded? And it's a beautiful learning.
Yeah, so, it's a teamwork as well.
And it's actually very challenging to even though we try to give that awareness of cricket in Poland, as you rightly said, football is something which is in their blood. So definitely, it's very, very challenging to bring cricket to the market and to bring cricket to the locals. But we are trying in our best ability to spread the awareness of cricket and how important it is, or how great it is if you take it as a profession. Equally, beneficial and equally passionate, like as they are with football as well. And one other important point is that we have been running the sessions in some of the schools just to identify the talents. And surprisingly, the Polish crowd, the Polish kids, we've done it between the kids of age group 8 to 13, 14. So we found them extremely talented, even though they don't know the basics of cricket. With the short time where we try to teach them, we try to coach them on, how to hold the bat and how to hit and things like that. They're just amazing. The way they picked up the game in few minutes of coaching was just really amazing. So we really want the Polish crowd to be here. We really want the Polish kids to join the academy, because the talent we saw in them, none of them disappointed us. We came across multiple kids in multiple age groups, in multiple schools, and and everybody equally was picking up the game very quickly. And the way they were playing, you wouldn't say that they're playing for the first time. So it was really amazing. So we really want the Polish kids to join, and we want the game to be popular in Poland as it is.
It should no more be a foreign game.
Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't be a foreign game.
To be very honest with you, if you ask me, have we done enough to attract the local talents? I would say, hand on my heart, no.
No, yeah.
We haven't done it.
Yeah.
We haven't done justice to that part. We as in PCAP, or we as a cricket community hasn't done enough. I think with all the great hands, with the clubs coming together and the federation's effort, I think that is very much possible.
Yeah.
And we just need to sow the seed, and you're going to look at a forest.
And to the Polish community, you guys are really talented, so why not join?
Yeah, definitely. I think mostly people are, according to me, some people feel shy because this is a different language. So we have to understand this, because it's in English. If you are teaching in English, there are international kids as well. They are Polish as well. They speak English very well. But some kids, they are very shy and they only stick with the Polish, and probably you need to hire a Polish coach.
Actually, you touched upon a very important point. So this point came across to me when I was in a pizza shop in India. And it's a Pizza Hut actually. And then there was a variety of pizzas where, like paneer tikka pizza, then chicken tikka pizza. What the thoughts came into my mind is like, actually we need to localize the game there. To localize this game, we need to have Polish speaking coaches. So currently we are in the lookout for PE teachers or sports teachers who is currently coaching football or tennis or different games. We want to provide a free certification for them to learn cricket and coach to the Polish kids. And this is an initiative we just started. Who are seeing this video, and if you are keen about this, and we are doing this absolutely free of cost, because it's basically a 3 to 6 months process to train a coach, because they need to look at the safety angle, as I mentioned previously. They need to look at the player engagement. They need to understand the rules, and then the skill assessment and everything, right? But we are ready to put this investment, 3 to 6 months investment on people, because we know that will inspire a lot of local population there.
Yeah,
all we need is commitment from the assistant coaches or the coaches who we are looking forward for.
So I like to ask if you guys have some international tournament in PCAP Academy.
Yes, absolutely. And so this Sunday we are traveling to Germany, and this is our first ever international away tournament. In February we had a good UK team came into Krakow to play with our junior team.
That was the very first time in Poland. Specifically, it was the very first time in Poland. PCAP is a very first academy in Poland who hosted an international tournament in Poland for the junior team. And we had one of our we had UK's one of oldest cricket club came to Poland, and our juniors had the tournament here in
They
Poland.
did an amazing show.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it was
full
amazing.
credit to them. And in fact, by the way how they played, the coach of the England team invited our team to go play in England. So later this year, our team is traveling to England, and also they made a recommendation as well, like in terms of the player quality, and it was an amazing experience. Full credit to the
Perfect.
players.
So that's like if someone will join your academy, they will not even have like a local experience. They will get
Of
to
course,
experience
yeah.
like
Yeah,
an
yeah.
international level.
Exactly. So as I
Yeah.
mentioned, this Sunday we are traveling to Germany, and also like we are traveling to Brno, Czech Republic, in June first week. Then we are traveling to Prague in September. Also, I think we will be traveling to Belgium as well in May. So it's a full packed summer for
Yeah.
the
Perfect.
because the important aspect of the international tournaments, right? These players travel together, so they create a different level of bonding, and most importantly, they learn independency, and they learn an art of living as well as they go through these journeys, right? So I'm pretty sure it's going to be an exciting time for them.
So origin for those players who came to compete with your team in Poland, it was Indian as well, or
No,
different?
It's an English team.
English team,
It's
yeah.
an
Oh,
English team.
that's nice.
It's an English team, and they're a really good quality team. Their team name is BICC, and as Vinny mentioned, they are one of the oldest clubs in England, and it was an amazing experience. Of course, their level of talent is completely a different level,
Yeah.
but our players have to match up to that talent, right? And
Yeah.
also the nice thing is now, because they managed to at the end of the tournament, the coaches from the England team and the parents felt that their money is worth it, because they saw some really tight matches, and that is a huge credit to our players actually.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But this competition, like international level, so if player will join you, we will say maybe 6 months he trained locally, and he will only get chance to play locally after 6 months, or it can be depend on you guys. You going to decide it. Who
Well,
going
listen,
to?
some of the talents
Yeah.
are exceptional,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And what we are, I always believe in, right? Like talents are not made; talents are sculpted from within. So my view is always to give enough opportunities to players,
Yeah.
and that because match situation, big tournaments, big stages inspire people, and we want to give that opportunity. And I think a couple of our players are going to play in international tournaments within 3 months into the academy.
That's
and
nice.
and also the best part of this is, right, because of the juniors inspiring so many international tournaments. Now we've got our first international tournament for women as well. That's going to happen in June, and also our adults men team is also going to participate in a whole bunch of international tournaments.
that's
So it's
pretty
really
cool.
good across all the age groups. They have that international exposure.
So there is no age limit as of now.
Absolutely.
No,
Right. As long as you're passionate, fit to play, you're good.
Perfect. How do you see ICC coming to Poland?
Yeah, so we're all putting our best efforts. And recently, like about a few weeks back, I had a huge privilege to take my son to the ICC Academy. And he was there, he got coached for a week in the ICC Academy. But that opened my eyes. More than what he learned, I learned a huge amount of things in terms of infrastructure, in terms of coaching. And also, it gave me a chance to get introduced to some of the ICC officials as well. And it's been an amazing inspiration in the sense that with ICC's guidance and support, whatever, not just we, PCAP, the Polish cricket can go into 10x and 20x, because ICC can provide right infrastructure, can provide right frameworks, and also it helps the right platforms for our players to compete at an international level. And the whole atmosphere, I think if you're there in Dubai, I strongly recommend, or who is watching this, to visit this ICC Academy in Dubai, because it's like a huge source of inspiration, the kind of facilities they do. Luckily enough, when we were there, Indian team were there as part of the Champions Trophy, and they played, they got trained exactly in the same academy as I was in. And we had a great chance to meet Virat and Rohit and a whole bunch of Indian team members. And the New Zealand
Perfect. And
team
how was your experience with them?
Oh my God, it's mind blowing. What I thought is my son would learn more about the skills, what they teach there. But because it so accidentally happened, the Indian team was there as part of the IC Champions Trophy, and they were practicing, and my son was able to witness. Like he cannot watch a match or anything more than 20 minutes because the attention span these kids have, right? But first time I saw him sat there just watching Virat Rohit play for 4 hours in the practice. Just it is not even a match, just a practice.
So,
It is just mind blowing. And he understood what it involves to be a professional cricketer. I really want every aspiring player in Poland to have that kind of facility to do it. And I'm putting my best efforts to bring the great part is that the ICC head coach or the high performance coach in ICC has agreed to come and visit Poland and spend us a week because I really want what my son experienced, every player to experience here.
oh, that's
And
very nice.
it's an amazing journey. And when I met with the ICC officials, they were very kind enough to provide me some tickets to watch a match. So we ended up watching the India-New Zealand match in Dubai as well.
Oh,
So the whole experience is amazing. And when he came out of the academy, my son thought, okay, he can just go flick in a bat to Virat and get signed. He had to wait 3 hours to get a sign.
yeah.
And later on the night, he was telling me like, oh my God, what is to be a cricketer is larger than life. And that completely inspires you and makes you work hard. And the huge transformation, what I see in my son now is, right, he is a great person who loves junk foods, sweets and everything. Now he stopped sugar, milk, oil food. And also, like we are slowly bringing into the academy some of the core players, bringing them into the diet, so that whole experience has changed my perspective and also my son's perspective, and now getting into the academy part as well. So I really want ICC to come into Poland. I think that will make a huge difference. Whatever we got to experience, I want every player, every kid to experience it, and that's only
Definitely.
possible when ICC comes in.
Perfect. So now you said about diet. So normally when person join, they don't know what they're supposed to eat because probably when you play or do any sports, you need a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And how you're maybe if someone is watching and maybe someone wants to change their diet,
Yeah.
what do you recommend?
So the simple thing is, right, avoid sugars because in my view that's a toxin. Yeah, and sweet sugar, right? That is number one. And number two, as much as possible, avoid processed food because what I learned because a few years back I ate everything as I could, like McDonald's, burgers, and even just before visiting this IC thing, I never understood the importance of like how body plays an important role, right? I understood like it's important for a sport, but my view is body is a temple, right? And we got to protect it. And even if you don't take cricket as a profession, still protecting your body is so important. And protecting your body can be done in very simple ways, right? And proper food, proper sleep, and eat at the right time.
Yeah.
That's it.
And just for the players in the academy itself, we are planning to put together a diet plan as well so that, and everybody's diet is different. That depends on the body type. So we would be working with the dietitians also to put together a plan for the academy kids too. So that, not only kids, whoever is in the academy, but kids is more important that they are growing up and they
the good
kind
part
of
is now some of the adults have started following the dietary plans because it changes your lifestyle. It gives you.
No, that's actually I agree with that because
yeah.
When I was even though I will say like I'm not totally changed person, but I try to eat less sugar as much as I can. But it's quite hard as well, so you cannot resist.
And especially it's harder for the small kids because they just don't get the importance of it now. They like to eat everything. So I think it's we are in a right direction. The kids, we can see a lot of improvements in a lot of kids in the academy itself that, without even us insisting in the past, the kids started reducing their sugar or, carbohydrate intakes so that, they can maintain a better energy level. Yeah.
So normally when women join any cricket team, they also work, most of them in Poland, but they also like to join. So what are the opportunities in your academy?
So not just in
They
our
will get-
academy, they have a huge opportunity from when it comes to Polish women cricket as well, because
Yeah.
Polish women cricket is just yet to be formed. So they are going to be part of the history, and we are very lucky enough to the women players, the women adult players who is in our academy, extremely committed and dedicated. To give a few examples, they come and join as part of the junior sessions, and then they get more coaching, and they never shy away. Why should I play with the? Why should I get trained with the kids? And shattering that level of ego and then coming to that, right? It's a huge salute for them.
No, this is a big thing
Yeah.
actually, because normally nowadays we are like, no, you are a junior, I'm a senior, and this is what is
exactly.
going on.
Yeah.
But if they are playing with kids,
Yeah, and opportunity-wise, I mean, what I understood from your ask is about what if they're working in the days. So we do have the coaching sessions on Saturday afternoons, evenings, so that it's feasible for them. And during summers, it'll always be in the evenings. So even during the weekdays, it'll be in the evenings, so that they can come and participate. Yeah.
And some of our women players currently, like they also are being part of the weekday sessions.
Yeah.
But the core part of this is right. As I mentioned at the very beginning, I don't see a discrimination when it comes to cricket, men or women, right? So, for example, we have a crazy rule in our academy that every wide you bowl, you have to go for 10 push-ups. Or every ball
It's applicable for everybody,
It's
women,
applicable.
kids, men, everyone.
And women take it, and then they do it actually. And very recently, we had a practice match with one of the famous clubs in Warsaw, and this is the first time ever, like there's a women adult keeper, wicket keeper, and as you know, wicket keeper is a hard job to do because the ball is really fast, and on that pitch it was bouncy, real pace.
Yeah.
She went in, she just smashed it. And
she was better than all other men wicket keepers I've seen. I would say.
see, feminism
I
came.
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say
I mean,
that.
she was really good. She was really extremely
she was
good. Yeah.
That's where she managed to inspire a whole bunch of people, right?
Yeah.
And that's where the thing. And also, you're one of the person who you interviewed previously, Arati.
Yeah.
She's also part of the women team, and the effort she puts in, like
Tremendous efforts.
Every day she practices.
Yeah, I talked with her. She was so excited, and she was like, "Oh, go join it, go join it." I was like, "Okay, I will talk with her and I will check it out. What exactly is this?" And actually, now meeting you guys, I'm also inspired.
Yeah, and she made a very valid point. Actually, it's not about the discrimination between men and women. It's about the responsibilities they hold. Especially, of course, the responsibilities are equal, but as a woman, you always have that feeling that you are extra responsible for certain things, looking after family, looking after kids, and all of those things. So definitely that's there in women's mind that, okay, we have...
No, I will... I think it's a very important point to address, right? When we as an academy, right, decided to bring in women adult cricket, I spent 3 weeks to understand what are the potential problems they could have outside of cricket, right? That could make them stop playing cricket, or that could prevent them being regular to cricket, because this is not a recreational cricket, right? This is a professional cricket. So we carefully planned, like in such a way that their usual responsibilities are not compromised. Because that's a very important thing. As I mentioned previously, right? Inspiration is an important thing, but also consideration is a very important thing. And so we built that setup in such a way that it doesn't disturb their current ecosystem. It doesn't disturb their responsibilities. And if you're single, or if you are married, if you have 5 kids, 10 kids,
or if you're studying, like
10 kids, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll make sure that it works for you, because for me, women cricket is very special, because if you look at even ICC, right, in the ranking, in addition to the grass cricket, one of the biggest importance they give is to the women cricket. When you follow their LinkedIn channels and other social media channels, women cricket has been given so much importance. Now, we as Polish cricket has a huge responsibility towards women cricket, and the history is being formed. created, right? So
Yeah, I agree, because most of people, they know like a male playing cricket. This was the thing, but I think when they made a Chak De
Yeah.
India, then everyone knows it. So yes, there is a cricket for
Yeah.
female as well,
Yeah.
and there is a big opportunity for you girls. Whoever wants to join them, please do reach out to them, and you will get multiple opportunities and play in international tournaments.
Whoever feels that they missed out in their
Yeah, so people
times,
like
yeah.
me who think they just left the sport after studying, so please do start your journey right now. So thank you, Vineetha, thank you, Bala, for
thank you so much.
Thank you so
coming
much.
to us in this podcast. It was like pleasure meeting you, and you inspired me, and I hope you inspired our viewers as well, and they will definitely join you.
Yeah,
And,
along with you.
Yeah, along with me. So,
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, and you gave us an opportunity to explain about not just
Yeah.
what we do. More than I represent as PCAP here, I want to be a humble representative of Polish cricket. That's most important thing, because PCAP is a private outfit. It's an academy. It's just the one small stepping stone for the future generation. We want to have more academies to come in. I think we are all should be taking pride in part of being a Polish cricketer. So
yeah, definitely.
thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you for having us, and yeah, thanks.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you everyone for joining us. Please stay tuned for more episodes with Akshay and Kaur. Bye.